Hi guys, welcome to my video today. I'm going to share with you 10 appetizers that are perfect for summertime. If you have some parties or functions to go to, or if you're hosting some people at your house, there's nothing better to starting off the evening with some awesome appetizers. So these are perfect for summertime. I hope that you love them. If you're new to my channel and if you enjoy easy recipes, make sure you subscribe. Let me show you these 10 really awesome summer appetizers. I'm using some cracked pepper and olive oil Triscuits for this appetizer, and it is really easy and it is really yummy. So I'm just lining out some Triscuits. I'm going to top each one with a little bit of whipped cream cheese, and I just love whipped cream cheese. It's just got such a great texture and so easy to just spread onto whatever appetizer or whatever you're using it on. So I'm just spreading a little dollop onto each Triscuit. And this is a really good combination. You will see there's going to be some strawberries now topped on top of the cream cheese. And I just love strawberries in the summer. I am addicted to them and just love all of the fresh fruit in the summertime. So a little slice of strawberry on top of here. And then we're going to top this off with a balsamic glaze. And this is so easy, and these little bite-sized crackers, and they're so tasty, a huge hit. I have some dried apricots, which I love dried apricots, and I am just gonna spread them out on my platter, and I have my whipped cream cheese again. I'm getting some use out of this stuff. I'm going to spread on a little dollop onto the top of each apricot. And this is going to be a really great combo. So after I have the cream cheese spread on top, I'm going to add a little walnut piece. So I'm going to kind of break up some of the bigger walnuts into some smaller pieces, but I am going to add a walnut piece onto top of each of the cream cheeses. Really awesome combo. Once all of these are topped with the walnut piece, I am going to add on some honey. I'm just going to drizzle the honey over the plate and kind of get each little apricot with a little dash of honey. So this is so easy, so good. I love dips. This is one of my favorite dips. This is a skinny corn dip. I have cream cheese. I have a cup of sour cream. This is just, it's really great for summertime. A can of corn that is drained. A can of diced green chilies as well. I have a red bell pepper that I'm diced to some small pieces. And I have some ranch seasoning mix. So a packet of the ranch seasoning mix, add into there. I'm going to give this all a stir. So my cream cheese was at room temperature, is at room temperature, so it's a little bit easier to mix around. So I'm going to give this a big mix, and then this will be ready to go. You can serve this with tortilla chips, or Fritos corn chips are my favorite. But this dip is absolutely addicting, and it will be a huge hit. So this appetizer is going to be a Southwest style pinwheels, and this is such an awesome appetizer, but it's really great for summertime. They're just so yummy. So I have cream cheese, sour cream, I have some salsa, I have some shredded cheddar cheese, I have some taco seasoning as well. So I'm going to add in a tablespoon of the taco seasoning. I'm going to give this all a big mix, and then I will fill my tortillas up with this awesome Southwest mixture. So I make these the day before. So you do want these to set up in the refrigerator for a day before you cut them and plate them onto your appetizer tray. So I love make ahead appetizers. It just makes the day of your function or wherever you're going, or if you're having people over, it makes everything so much easier. So I've just spread out the mixture onto the tortilla, going to give it a roll, and then I'm going to wrap it in cellophane, and then I'm going to, like I said, put these in the refrigerator overnight. So you can make these ahead of time, which is just amazing. So I'm just going to use all of my mixture that I have. It's going to make quite a few pinwheels, so I love making a big batch. So I have my cellophane, and I'm going to take each piece and wrap each little pinwheel or each little tortilla nice and tightly so that they can set up overnight in the refrigerator. So anything make ahead is definitely a win-win, and these are so yummy. You can customize the ingredients as well if you'd like. You can add a little bit of shredded chicken also. These are super good with shredded chicken, like a Fiesta shredded chicken pinwheel. but these are really just great for summertime. So these have sat overnight in the fridge. They've set up and they are nice and firm and they are ready to go. So I am unrolling each one and I'm going to use a serrated knife to cut through. There's the center, what it looks like. Super yummy. So you can kind of cut whatever size you would like to make some nice little circles. So I am just going to cut each of these and I'm going to plate this onto my plate, and they are so good and they are a huge, huge hit. So like I said, super easy and nothing beats make ahead, that is for sure. In summertime, I love a nice like cool appetizer, so these are just wonderful. So I'm going to make some deviled eggs. I think deviled eggs are just a staple for appetizers, but they're just wonderful in the summertime. They're so refreshing. So I'm hard boiling my eggs. And then once they're done here, I'm going to put them in an ice bath for 10 minutes. And that just really helps the shell come off nice and easy and makes your eggs nice and smooth and perfect for a deviled egg. So I'm just going to remove these from the boiling water, add them into the ice water, and then they'll be ready to go. All right, so my eggs have cooled, so I'm cutting them in half, and I'm going to use the filling, the yolk for my filling for the deviled eggs. So cut these open, and I have this little deviled egg platter that has been around quite a while. So I love using it. It just makes it so much easier so these eggs just stay perfectly on the platter. So I'm just going to cut open all of these and I'm going to save the yolk, and I'm going to, now that I have everything cut open, I have half a cup of mayonnaise, I have all the yolks, I have a tablespoon of Dijon mustard. You can add a little bit more if you would like. I'm going to add in some salt and pepper to taste as well. So this is really easy, not a lot of ingredients here, and so yummy, nice and healthy too. We love eggs in our family, so deviled eggs are big, big hit. So I'm just going to take a dollop of the mixture and put it into the center of each opened up hard-boiled egg. You can use like a baking piping bag to put these into the centers of the eggs if you would like. I'm just using a spoon and adding it in. So once these are all added, I'm going to add a little paprika on top. I love paprika, and I think this is a really just pretty garnishment on top of these. So this is ready to go. These are so easy. You just pop them in your mouth. I love finger foods and small bites, and these are a huge, huge hit. So something that we always have, like at a lot of our family get-togethers, is cream cheese with jalapeno pepper jelly. Really simple recipe here. Not even really a recipe, just a couple of things onto your platter. And so you just put this pepper jelly on top. I love to serve it with wheat thin crackers. I love the reduced fat ones. They are actually my favorite. I feel like the regular ones are kind of like greasy, but great, easy appetizer. So I'm going to make some Caprese toothpicks. These are another staple that I love, and I really, really like these mozzarella pearls. They come already in these little balls, and they are so perfect for appetizers and for garnishments on all kinds of different things. So I have some fresh basil, I have some cherry tomatoes, and I have my balsamic glaze. So I'm just going to add all of this onto a toothpick. I love toothpick appetizers. You just grab and go. They're super easy. You don't need a plate or even really a napkin because everything is just on this nice little toothpick. So you can just grab and go on these. And they're really cute. They're really just great for summertime. Everything is so fresh. Love basil in the summertime. Cherry tomatoes. So good. So I'm just going to make a whole big plate of these, and then once they're done, like I said, I have my balsamic glaze. So I love the balsamic glaze on these, and it just makes the whole plate look pretty also. Just drizzle that glaze over the plate. So now once these are all done, we'll add that glaze on, and then they will be ready to go. You can make these a little bit ahead of time also if you would like, which like I mentioned, I love making things ahead of time, so it makes your functions so much easier and less stressful as well. So these are ready to go. I'm going to be doing our family staple, another one of our family staples. This is onion dip, and you use this onion soup mix. And I use this in a lot of recipes, not just onion soup, but this onion soup mix dip is just, it's a family staple. It's every function that we go to, somebody is making it. So just absolutely love it. It is very, very addicting. So I am just using my sour cream container, adding in the whole packet and just mixing away until it's all mixed together. I will add it onto my chip and dip platter, and we serve this with Ruffles wavy potato chips, which I think is the best. Some people do like Lay's potato chips, the original ones, no flavor ones, but so good. So I'm going to do a shrimp appetizer. This is one of my hands down favorite appetizers. So I have some thawed frozen shrimp, and I'm going to season this all up with my olive oil, and then I have a bunch of different seasonings. It's going to be kind of a Cajun type shrimp. So I'll put the recipe for this in the description box if you want to make this one, which I hope that you do because it is so, so good. So this is going to be a Cajun shrimp on top of a cucumber with some guacamole avocado mix. So it is just super healthy, super refreshing, and it's really, really easy also. So I'm going to toss this around with all my seasonings, and then I will add my olive oil to my pan here, and then I will cook up the shrimp. I love how quickly shrimp cooks. So it just cooks so easily and quickly. I'm just going to add it to a nice flat layer on my pan. 3 minutes per side about. Flip each one over, and then they are ready to go. So I will let these cool now that they're done cooking. So I'm going to make a little bit of guacamole, and I am just using avocado and some lime juice, and then a little bit of salt as well. So just super simple, just some avocado mashed up basically. You can get like a store-bought guacamole if you want for this. So now I have a cucumber, and I am slicing up the cucumber, and this is going to be the base of my appetizer. So I'm adding on my avocado, and then once this is all on, I'm going to add on the shrimp. So awesome, awesome finger food, super healthy, which I love. I love anything with shrimp, anything with avocado. Cucumber is just amazing in the summertime, keeping you nice and cool and hydrated also. Very high water content in cucumber, which I really enjoy that as well. So I have each shrimp now on top of the avocado, and then these are ready to go. Huge, huge crowd pleaser. These fly off the plate. They are just amazing, and I love making them all the time for functions. So I'm going to make a Cowboy caviar salsa. So I have salsa, black beans, corn, some diced green chilies, and avocado. And I make this dip all the time. It is very addicting. This is a canned fire roasted salsa. It's really, really good. Corn, drained, black beans washed and drained, and diced green chilies. It doesn't get any easier than this. Serve this with tortilla chips. Serve it with Fritos corn chips also, but it is really good and you will love it. It's definitely a crowd pleaser. So I'm just going to chop up this avocado, dice it into some small little chunks, and then this will be ready to go. I hope that you enjoyed these summer appetizer recipes. They're all refreshing. They're all super healthy also. So if you're new to my channel, make sure you click subscribe. Leave me a question leave me a comment if you have any questions at all, and I will see you in my next video. Have a great one.